has been a history that many of the times when these Western organizations out there, these Western minority saver and activists out there have been accusing India for so many of their minority issues in India right now. And not just that, the Western organizations and their countries president, prime minister has come up with so many accusations. And specifically, if we talk about the Christian community out there, these European unions and US has always come up and portrayed India's image in a manner that out here the minorities life has been suppressed like anything. Minorities are going through suppression, oppression, violence, and so many of the things, and they have actually created an image out there since the BJP government has entered in India. They have been creating this whole thing that BJP government is the right wing out there, and they have been always safeguarding Hindus, facilitating Hindus, and also doing discrimination with other minorities out there. We have seen on internet there have been so many hate mongers, and they have been spreading so many news about violence against Christianity, violence against Islam. But many of the times there have been fake newses, misleading facts and figures through which these people have been playing so much on internet and actually provoking a lot of people and making a divide and rule kind of a policy which has created a gap between many citizens in our country. Not just that, they have also created communal violence out there in our country and then portrayed it as if everything has been done because of the current government. But let me tell you this one thing that has been a Western propaganda since a very long time. I'll tell you how these Western countries wanted to portray India's image as being the rightest and just a country for Hindus and not any other minorities out here. But that is a lie which they have been creating. I'll tell you how. So basically, if you see right now, Pakistan and Bangladesh, both of the countries had Hindu populations, right? Minority populations out there. Both of the country is Islamic. They have majority Muslims out there and a minority Hindu, Christians, and other religions out there. Right now, we have seen the unrest between India and Bangladesh have escalated to a level we cannot even tell you right now. And the whole ignited part started when a Bangladeshi minority, a Hindu guy, Deepu Chandra Das, was not just beaten up to death, but also burnt, and also they have put him on the tree, and he was hanged there. And it was also come up with a symbol that if anybody in the country comes up with anything blasphemous enough, they are going to put them in the same punishment. And after that, now during the time of Christmas, we have also seen that not just Bangladesh is not just running behind the Hindus out there, but the radical Islamists out there have been going for Christians out there as well. They have been setting things on fire, and during the whole event of Christmas, they have been coming up with certain places and certain things that they were, interrupting in between. There were violence, there was stampede, people were beaten up, and all of these issues are going. And recently, we came across this one viral video from Bangladesh where we saw that a great performer named as James, who is a Christian, was performing, and everybody was enjoying in the melodious time of Christmas, and New Year is also coming. And out there, Yunus mob attacked on these people like anything. They were beaten up. They were dragged to almost of about to getting killed, and all of it was happening. And none of the Western organization or minority activists from Western countries have come up to safeguard them. Not even Donald Trump, who has always been a firm believer and a firm and a very vocal person when it comes to India and minority issues. But none of them have spoken anything. And these persecutions have been happening from a long time. But even Donald Trump is quiet right now. Kamala Harris, who has also accused India of such minority issues, then Joe Biden, none of them are coming. Nobody out there is speaking for the Christians out there, and the persecutions they have been dealing in Bangladesh. Just no single body. And that is where they have been playing since so long with India. When it comes to India, India is a developing country which has seen enough success in certain, and should I say in recent year. This year we are almost at the par where we have seen the GDP going to $4 trillion. And that has been an enormous point out there for other countries. And that is why they have been reacting in such manner. And now that they don't have any plot against Bangladesh, they're coming up to they have coming up with certain things against India. In India also there have been cases where Christians were persecuted. Everybody highlighted it. We saw many of the people from White House posted against it and all of it. But in Bangladesh, nobody is doing it. Bangladesh, the way Bangladesh is persecuting minorities out there, and specifically if I talk about Christians, nobody is talking about that. That is all these Western countries have been, coming up with ideas and coming up with propaganda agenda against India, and making the entire government become the villain and creating communal violence in our own country. That is how they have been sealing it in a manner. But this is the end of everything, because everything is almost clear out there. People have been now knowing what these countries have been trying to do, because in Bangladesh nobody is speaking. In Pakistan, when Hindu minority, Christian minority was persecuted, nobody spoke. But in India, everybody wants to speak. And that is the difference. And that is the difference where what we need to get to know, that how people are just staging India in a bad manner for the entire world. They are just coming up with bad PR of India, nothing more. And their media houses have also been very much against India and the current government right now. So that's all for today. If you like such geopolitical scoop whoop, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow Global Shark. And do not forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching us. This was Shivachitranshi signing off.